There are growing fears that the Taliban now hold more ground in Afghanistan than at any point since the 2001 American invasion.
The Taliban today are probably stronger than they ever have been before. There's a limit of U.S. capability to push back on their gains. Afghan local forces aren't willing to contest the power of the Taliban in areas where the population supports them.
U.S. forces in the country believe the Taliban have some sort of insurgent control in at least 16 Afghan provinces covering over 9 million people. The Obama administration decided in 2016 to keep 8,400 U.S. troops in the country for the foreseeable future.
I think it's just a question of efficacy. I don't know exactly what the right number would be, but really the question is, are we losing ground to the very people that we fought back in 2001 and 2002?
Afghan officials estimate there are around 40,000 militants active across the country. The complex web of terror groups in the country has become a major national security concern. On one hand, there is the Islamic State versus the Taliban.
I think ISIS has a very limited lifespan in Afghanistan. The only thing the Taliban is going to take on harder than the Afghan government is a rival for Islamic legitimacy among the populace. ISIS itself is more brutality than the Taliban, which the Afghan population hated, but also less organized, doesn't have any kind of ruling structure at all.
On the other hand, there are concerns over the Taliban working with Al-Qaeda.
If the Taliban is working with Al-Qaeda yet again, and the numbers of Al-Qaeda have grown in Afghanistan as well, if that is happening and there are plots against the homeland, then it is certainly in our interest to ensure that Afghanistan cannot return to being a safe haven.
We welcomed the recent...
The top U.S. military commander in Kabul, General John Nicholson, told the Senate panel last month more troops are needed to battle extremists. In New York, Chris Snyder, Fox News.